figure out what you do want. And I want to share this with you. And I also want to share with you a way that you will be able to learn a whole bunch of processes that could serve you your whole life long for any situation you're in. And I'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, this is a process that will help you figure out what you do want when you can't figure out what that is. All right? So it's pretty simple. Take a sheet of paper, an 8.5 by 11, hold it vertically, make a line down the middle. Sorry, there's airplanes. Make a line down the middle. On the top left, you write what I don't want. What I don't want. On the top right of that piece of paper, you write what I do want. So we're going to start with the left side, what I don't want, okay? So I'll walk you through this. Think of something you don't know what you want, that you can't figure out what you want. It could be something as simple as I don't know what I want to do right now, or I don't know what I want my business to be, or I don't know where I want to go on vacation, or I don't know what I want my perfect mate to be. Pick something that you are not clear about exactly what you want, okay? So let's start with the left side, what I don't want. Let's do 5 of them. Number it 1 to 5, okay? So when you think about this thing that you are unclear about, what is one thing you know you don't want about it? What don't you want? Things like, I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want him to be a bully. I don't want to go to the beach. Whatever it is about the thing that you're trying to decide, what don't you want? Name one thing. Give you a minute to think of that. Okay, do number 2. What don't you want in this thing that you can't figure out? Something that you know for sure you don't want. You don't want to feel, you don't want the event to be like, you don't want the person to be like, how you don't want to be in the next couple hours. Number 2. And number 3, what don't you want when you think about this thing? Oh, like a rose. What don't you want? What don't you want? And number 4, what do you know that you don't want for this thing going forward? And number 5. Okay? I did that kind of quickly, but I don't want to have a whole bunch of dead air time. So you have steps 1 through 5 of what you don't want for this thing going forward. And you can always go back and refine and think further and do more numbers of things you know you don't want. So now let's go to the other side, what you do want. It's so much easier to figure out what you do want based on what you don't want. I don't know why it's so much easier to write what we don't want. So based on the first thing you wrote down of what you don't want, can you flip that, or from that, decipher what you do want? So if you say, you know, I don't want to, you're trying to figure out what vacation you want to go on. I don't want to go to the beach, okay? Where do you want to go? I want to go to a city. Or I want to go to the mountains, or I want to go to the cabin, or I don't want to go anywhere. All right, so you write down, based on number 1, what you do want. Okay, and number 2, based on what you wrote for number 2 that you don't want, what do you want? And you continue all the way down the sheet. And when you're complete with what you do want, you can cross off the what I don't want and look at what you do want, and from there you can compile how you want to go forward. So that's one little process to learn what you do want based on what I don't want. And that is called contrast for clarity. Contrast is a thing you don't want. So that's one little process I can teach you. You know, the law of attraction is, it seems like magic, but it's really not. It's it's taking away everything that isn't what you want to do going forward. You know, there's a famous little story about Michelangelo, the artist Michelangelo. And it goes something like this. It may not be exact, but they said, Michelangelo, how did you create your sculptures and your paintings? How did you do that? And he said, well, I didn't create it. God created it. I just took away everything that wasn't the sculpture. I chipped away at everything that wasn't the sculpture to reveal it. And so when you use the law of attraction, you are chipping away at everything that isn't your desire going forward. And what I just shared with you is a very simple way, very, very simple way to achieve one aspect, finding out what you do want. And I have many processes that can help you in all kinds of situations. I have a process that I even use when I'm exercising, when I'm working out, when it gets hard, it gets really difficult. And in the past, I would say, oh, I want to quit. I can't do this. You know, they're saying 10 more push-ups, and I think, I can't. And I have a little trick from the law of attraction that helps me get through it and finish and feel great because I did it. And I want to offer to you a program that I have created that I would love you to be a part of. It's 5 processes in the law of attraction that helps you get through almost anything. And this is a first time I'm doing this program, so I'm offering it at a really special price. It's 5 sessions, 5-hour-long sessions, and we'll do it on Thursday nights. And I want to start the 2nd Thursday of March. And the value is really $1,000 if I were to charge what I usually charge per session. But for you guys, because you're on this webinar that I'm holding in my garden, and because I really want to do this and it would be so great, I am offering a special webinar price of $297. $297 for 5 sessions where you are going to learn 5 great processes that can help you get through pretty much anything in your life, your whole life long. And we'll have a great time. We'll have a great time. It'll be a group call. It'll be a call. And I'll send you all the details if you sign up. And I'm going to have a link where you can sign up and pay, because I would love you to do it. And my feeling is, if you found your way to this webinar, I attracted you, and you're attracted to this, and you would love to learn. So join me if it's right for you. I'd love to have you in my group class, and that special is just for you guys. So that's it. And what I want to leave you with about the law of attraction is how you think absolutely imbues how you do. So think up. Think up. And that's another thing I want to teach you, thinking up. I'm going to teach you to think up. I'm going to teach you how to be in gratitude. I'm going to teach you how to go downstream rather than upstream. Oh, I got a whole bunch of neat processes we're going to do. And it'll be great. We'll do some coaching, some processes, some sharing. I'd love you to join me. So click on the link below, and let's get some magic in your life. I love that song, I think it's the overture from Pippin. We've got magic to do just for you. We've got miracles on the way. Like the miracle of a flower, so goes your life. Please join me. I would love you to. And remember to think up, and you'll have a beautiful life.